Hello and welcome to your favourite podcast, the Imperfect Professionals Podcast. Breaking news via Out of the Week in terms of Justin Langer. That saga, we'll cover that. And you've probably seen the title, the last HOWZAT, and in the thumbnail, IJM and JL are in the thumbnail. What does that mean? All that and more on this podcast, Sportsnut. And for the last time, IJM.
G'day.
I said last time. Why's that? JL's resigned and YJM has resigned here.
Yeah. Yep. Moving on to bigger and better things.
Yep.
You can't get much better than the Imperfect Professionals Podcast.
You can't, but yeah, unfortunately, IJM he's got caught up with some stuff, school and stuff. So he will be leaving the podcast. We're not looking for a third host at the moment. Just me and Sportsnut as of next week. But we want to congratulate IJM. So round of applause. Yep, thank you. Anyway, episode 7, and he's out. But, he might come back. No, will you come back? Tell the viewers.
Well,
special guest appearance?
Well, maybe down the track if you want to get me on for an interview or something. I'll come back.
Oh, okay. Well, he'll still be uploading on his channel, so if you want more of him, check out his channel if you haven't already, IJM. But we've pieced together some of his best moments on the pod. So without further ado, here it is. A bit of a flashback across the 6 episodes.
The more likes you get on this video, the more runs you'll score this season. Cheers.
That is copied straight from Wii Cricket.
If you don't like it, you'll score a duck.
We can't land big fish. So if you want to see Steve Smith go to the Howie games, don't come to the Imperfect Professionals. Still watch us, but if you want Steve Smith, go and watch Howie games.
He never looked
Back into the
comfortable
Adelaide
at school
Strikers.
either.
He never looked comfortable at school.
He never looked comfortable at the start.
Can we just...
He was quite fidgety in English class. He was twiddling his thumbs in maths, and then he went on to make a test century at the Gamma. Not bad. Mitchell Stark, last year started it with the second ball of the summer, this year with the first. Next year he'll be man-catting someone to be it. It's been good. It's been real, but it hasn't been real good. But went along like I usually would after having dinner, and then looked at the time at about 7:49, and looked at the time and I'm like, do I have somewhere that... Oh, no. And remembered that the Imperfect Professionals podcast was meant to have started streaming at 7:15. Adios. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Sayonara. Sayonara. Adios.
That's some of IJM's best work across the 6 episodes that we've done. But unfortunately, this is the 7th and final episode if you missed it. IJM, it's your last episode. Some questions. What's been your favourite part of the Imperfect Professionals podcast?
Well, there's been a few. The first episode was good to actually get it off the ground. That was good. Obviously, we then having Cardi on. That was probably the best episode of the podcast in my eyes.
Yeah.
Sort of within quite a few. Probably. What was it?
6 episodes. This is the 7th.
Four episodes. We had 50 subs, which was good. In fact, no, it was 3 episodes. Yeah, so we grew pretty quick. Those early episodes where we had Test cricket going on, playing cricket to cover. There's obviously some things which we would probably like to take out of those podcasts, such as saying that Nessa will never get a Test debut. It obviously happened that weekend. So, yeah, there's been plenty of good stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good day, everybody, because we are live streaming this. Welcome the viewers. if you missed it, me and Sportsnet are still running the pod. We're not looking for a third host just yet. Maybe in the future. But no, just wanted to start this episode off with some, not great news, and here's some more not great news. Justin Lang has resigned from Australia, from being Australia's coach. I'll go with RJM, and then Sportsnut, and then myself, or our take on the Justin Langer saga, and then we'll say who our next coach is. FL, RJM, he's got plenty of names.
Yeah.
He had 2 channels. Footy Lover got terminated. He made a story about that one ep. Anyway, RJM, your take on the Langer situation.
Yeah, I don't know. It's we're the number 1 test team in the world, the 3rd ODI team in the world, and the reigning world T20 world champions. And I know that they said that they were going to extend his contract to the end of the T20 World Cup, obviously in Australia, to give him that last sort of hurrah. He obviously didn't accept that. But yeah, it just feels like looked like it was going to happen at the end of last summer. The team regrouped. We won the Ashes 4-0. We won the T20 World Cup. We're going really good as a team. Not to say that that's going to stop now. But yeah, it just felt like it's a unnecessary bump in the road that probably could have been avoided. And yeah, I don't know. There was a bit of that Cummins pushed him out. But I guess it's the players that in the end win the games and lose the games. And yeah, the coach is one of their main leaders, but at the end of the day, yeah, doesn't matter who's the coach. I still reckon we've got a really good group of players, and hopefully, come tomorrow, we win against Sri Lanka, and then we can go and play a good Test series, ODI series, T20 series over in Pakistan. First time I've played there in 24 years, so hopefully this doesn't slow down the momentum that we had coming from the Ashes.
Yeah, I reckon, look, you don't sack a coach because he's too harsh. You sack a coach off form and off, wins and stuff. You don't sack a coach off harshness and softness, I reckon. So yeah, Pat Cummins, I reckon he edged him out a bit. I reckon if Tim Payne was still captain, I reckon Langer would have stayed. And yeah, it was an unnecessary move, as IJM said, because now we're going to have to regroup, pick a coach, and then move forward. We were already going on the right directions, and Pat Cummins has stopped it. I didn't like his interview yesterday either, and he's a flog. Cheers.
Don't know about a flog.
He's called someone that 2 episodes in a row now.
I'm still going to like him as a player, but yeah, he kind of ruined it.
I love Paddy Cummins, but the way he's gone about it. Thrown a spanner in the works, hasn't it? A little bit. With a Langer resignation. I mean, I could see it coming. Talking about it for ages. When are they going to give him the contract? And it just never came.
It was always going to happen. And now he might go and coach England. So if he does,
potentially. So what do I think? I mean, he had treated Australia, the media, the players. It was handled very, very poorly. Pat Cummins didn't literally send him out. It was more than Pat Cummins. He obviously had a say. All I'm saying, if Pat Cummins wanted him to stay, Justin Langer would still be there. But as you touched on Sportsnet, Pat Cummins' press conference. Not a big fan of Ava. I won't call him a flog, but Mitchell Johnson has called him gutless. I don't know about gutless, but he has been a bit ordinary with his interviews, hasn't he?
Is there a chance that Pat Cummins gets demoted as captain and somebody else takes over?
No, we cannot do that, I don't reckon. Not at this time where we've just won the Ashes.
Yeah.
We still need that sort of constant leadership which Cummins has.
Yeah. But yeah, the way it was handled, the Langer situation, very, very poor. End of the day, I feel sorry for him a little bit, the way he was treated, but that's what happened. You don't sack a coach. Well, he didn't get sacked, but he pretty much did get sacked, didn't he?
No, I reckon Greg
you don't get-
Shippard's just going to be the same as Langer. It's just going to be, if he gets it, he's just going to be as harsh.
You don't sack a coach because of if he's harsh or not. It's if the results, the form is there. They've just won a T20 World Cup and an Ashes, and you're saying, see you, Langer, just because he's a little bit harsh. But they warned him of that 6 months ago, and even Pat Cummins said he changed. But still,
apparently, in the World Cup, Langer didn't run any of the trainings. Andrew McDonald did. Right?
Mm.
So Andrew McDonald is nearly the complete opposite to Langer. He's very laid back. Still enforces, but it's a lot more laid back. So maybe it might be the right way to go.
If the results aren't there, though, with this,
yeah, I know, and then we sack another coach, like
the media,
and then we become the Carlton of cricket.
Media and past players are gonna, if Australia don't show up in these Pakistan Test and the Sri Lanka T20s, the media and past players are gonna be absolutely onto the cricket.
That's
Australia.
the thing. Will it affect the players' performances tomorrow night?
Well, funny thing is Andrew McDonald was going to be coaching them tomorrow night, no matter what. So he had already been preparing them, and this might just show us why they've got rid of him. Maybe Andrew McDonald is the way to go. Maybe he's the way forward.
Well, that leads on to this debate. It leads on to who will coach Australia. The interim coach is very funny.
It sounds like they're very happy with Andrew McDonald at the moment. Though.
Yeah.
Now, he's the interim coach, so he takes over, but they haven't fully announced he's the coach for the long haul. So they'll announce that very, very soon. But we're going to give our opinions, and that'll be our topic of the week. So, who's going to coach Australia? Sportsnet?
Well, I did a video on this, and I said Trevor Bayliss. I still think he should be the coach. Maybe Andrew McDonald, just because it sounds like he's got a really good relationship with all the players, which is what you want. So maybe him, but otherwise Trevor Bayliss.
Yeah. I reckon Andrew McDonald, just because he's been a successful coach. So in 2018, which I believe was it 2018 was BBL 8, correct?
BBL what?
2018.
Yeah, it'd be BBL 07, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, he coached Victoria. So within a year or two, he won a Sheffield Shield, a one-day cup, and the Big Bash, all as coach. So he's a successful player. He's a successful coach, and I reckon that he can just keep that success going with Australia.
Yeah. What I think they are going to do is make Andrew McDonald coach, but what I believe in is two coaches for two different formats.
Look out.
So one for Red Bull, one for White Bull. Trevor Bayliss, the Red Bull coach, he seems to do very well with the Red Bull coaching Test cricket. He's previous coach of England from many years ago. He coaches the Sydney Thunder currently in White Ball, I do know, but he seems to really specialise in Red Ball cricket. And then the White Ball, I reckon Andrew McDonald. I think McDonald's he's going to be pretty good at the White Ball. So White Ball McDonald, Red Ball Bayliss.
I reckon it might impact on how Australia go in these T20s and the Pakistan series if McDonald gets the job or not.
Yeah.
Depending on form.
All right, viewer comment. R1F2. I don't mind who it is as long as they helping players get better and be supportive. I don't really care about free past. I care about their future.
Well, let's say the next coach is too harsh, then surely that's not right if somebody else gets sacked for being too harsh.
Yeah.
Cheers for the comment.
'Cause I don't know, maybe there was a bit of clash with Lang. He just didn't get along with the players or something.
Well,
Maybe it's something else.
if you watch the test, the Amazon Prime documentary, Payne talked to Langer about how not all the batsmen and all the players are the same. Some love to be revved up, just as Langer was as a player and a coach, in the face, like really get in the face of the contest, while others try to be more relaxed. So there's more than one way to cook 2-minute noodles, and I think the next coach needs to know that. Like, probably use that a bit more because I don't know. Although it did seem like Langer shifted to that near the end, like all players were performing.
Yeah, I know. I thought Langer got way better as it went on, and then just I don't know.
Thing is, Langer moved us on from South Africa. What happened, the debacle there?
Yeah.
He got us out of that.
He dug us over. And he's just as when he starts to have success, he gets
It's the kick.
Yeah.
Bit harsh on Langer, I reckon. Anyway, well, this video, it's called, this podcast episode, the last HOWZAT, that is for RJM, that is for Langer, and that is for Jono Wells playing for the Adelaide Strikers Cricket Club, because Strikers didn't give him a contract. They said they were trying to go for some younger players, and Jono Wells, he's a bit of a veteran, but I don't care. He's the leading run scorer. He is our saviour in the middle order for most games. He'll get picked up. He's a free agent at the moment. You'd say he'd get picked up. Which team is what we're going to discuss. I think the Renegades. I feel like the Renegades in the middle order. He would be so handy for them.
Oh yeah, here you go.
He looks good in just picture that face in a Renegades top. I think it'll look good, him at the Renegades. I can just imagine it. But yeah, I reckon the Renegades, that'll really help out in the middle order.
Yeah.
Look, I think every club would love him, but I reckon maybe the Scorchers. He's a Western Australian. And yeah.
Scorchers could use him. Especially if Marsh and Inglis are going to start playing more.
He's getting a game.
Test? Well, this is the thing. The Renegades would play him. But we've also got Fraser McGurk. Like, we've got heaps of players.
Yeah, they want to play the youngsters as well.
Yeah, but they need a bit of experience in the middle order. Just one,
Well, yeah. So we've got Marsh and Finch pretty experienced. Although, I've got a feeling that maybe we don't need Wells if we bring in another international.
Yeah.
Well, Cameron Boyce, he took took a double hat-trick, and they haven't given him a contract for next season.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Don't know why. Don't know how. It's back to classic Renegades.
Peter Siddle has declared, this is just Big Bash News players, Peter Siddle said that BBL 12 and the Sheffield Shield will probably be his last season. Stephen O'Keefe, he might retire. We'll see if he plays BBL 12 in the Big Bash. Who else? Chris Lynn, there's speculation about him playing for the Heat.
I think he'll play, but...
Yeah.
I want to see him in a Renegades top. I want to see everyone in a Renegades top.
I think he'll definitely find a new club.
Anyway, it's his last episode, and it's been a bit of a phenomenon.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. It's been a while coming. Might be, but here it is. Is
this the last one?
Well, no. Sportsnet's going to take over the reins. You created it.
Come on.
You created it. This subject. Subject. What's it called? This segment.
This topic. Yeah.
This thing. So it's called Best of the Week, where he goes over his best 6 and his best wicket. But he has a whole heap more than that lined up for you tonight. Here it is, Best of the Week.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Best of the Week. The last one. We've done how many? I think we've done 6 of the. Well, this is the 6th one. And, yeah, we've got plenty.
Oh, no. Yeah, you are correct.
Cardi interview didn't have one.
Yep.
So, innings of the week this week was Jake Fraser McGurk in the Victorian second 11 match against New South Wales ACT second 11. He scored 200s in the second 11s match, played up at Albury. Yeah, so that was very good. So he has got innings of the week. Now the drop of the week. It's a new one. I don't believe we've had drop of the week, except for maybe Josh Butler. I think I may have made one for him. But this goes to a team, and it's the Toombul Bulls. Now, they had one bowler who had 7 drop catches off his bowling against the Redlands Tigers in the first grade Queensland Premier Cricket. Now, they say cricket is a game of luck, and let's say this bloke must have seen a black cat, walked under a ladder, and seen a broken mirror. Because 7 drop catches is not ideal, especially not in first grade. But the bloke was pretty chill about it, which good on him, because having 7 drop catches off your bowling could not be easy. Now, leave of the week. Sheffield Shield was back this week, and New South Wales is currently playing Queensland, same with South Australia and Victoria. And leave of the week goes to Marnus Labuschagne. Once again, another sarcastic one. He left it straight onto his pads. Plum as anything.
Big strength Oakland.
And he was given straight out, but obviously he then redeemed himself by scoring 44 today for hitting one to fine.
He never seems to find form in Shield cricket.
Nah, not really. Now, Megan Shute has wicket of the week for an incredible leg cutter against England. It was truly remarkable. Once again, as always, you can usually just look up whatever I've said, Marnus, leave, Sheffield Shield, whatever, and you'll usually find them. Now, we also have another innings of the week, which goes to Stefan Muller, playing for the Redlands Tigers in first grade. Once again against Toombul, the same as drop of the week, and he got 143, which was off 199 balls.
Great knock.
And yeah, that's a fair old knock, and that finishes. Well, that's the last best of the week for me. So yeah.
Thank you. I lost track of how many you did there.
Yeah, quite a few.
Now, Australia, they play Sri Lanka. They play tomorrow night, actually. Friday night game.
It's going to be an interesting series.
The G?
The SCG, isn't it?
SCG.
They're versing Sri Lanka, T20s, and then we got Pakistan in a...
Could be a dangerous kind of series against Sri Lanka, but I think we should get the job done.
Advantage. All right, they've put out the starting 11 for Australia.
Yeah,
They put out the squad a couple of weeks ago. Warner and Mitch Marsh have been rested for the Pakistan tour, the Red Bull.
So who's opening?
Well, we'll get to that.
Waza and Harris.
Oh, in that.
No. Warner and Marsh are rested for Sri Lanka.
Oh, the white ball.
So they haven't been picked in the squad. So if Mitch Marsh has been rested for Pakistan, when we know what he can do with the white ball, that means he's going to get a game in the red ball, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the starting 11 against Sri Lanka tomorrow night. Ben McDermott and Aaron Finch. Josh Inglis at 3.
Who's
making his Australian debut?
I don't know. Inglis is out of form. It's a big call.
Steve Smith, Glenn Maxwell, Marcus Stoinis, Matthew Wade at 7. Pat Cummins,
take the gloves?
Mitchell Stark, Adam Zampa, and Josh Hazelwood.
Mitchell Stark taking the gloves.
Very,
actual
very
Jets
funny.
back in the day.
Now, I think I touched on this, but I didn't tell the story about Wade wicket-keeping to the end of the BBL 11 with the Hurricanes. He's taking the gloves. Inglis will be a specialist batsman. Wade's my favourite player, in case you don't know. Anyway, so I touched on, like, Wade, he's the captain of the Hurricanes, and he took a bit of a break for a couple of weeks because of personal reasons. He came back, and he wasn't wicket-keeper for any of the Hurricanes' last games. And I was like, why is this? So they on Fox Cricket I was watching, they were talking about it, and I think it was Tom Morris who revealed the news. And they spoke to Adam Griffith, and that who has stepped down from Tasmania and Hurricanes coach Adam Griffith, by the way. Anyway, so Matt Wade wants to be wicket-keeper, but Griffith, the coach, says, no, I want you to speak to the bowlers because you are the captain. Let's give Benny McDermott the gloves. But Wade, he's the captain and he wants to be wicket-keeper, but the coach overrules him and says, no. You need to speak to the bowlers.
No contract for you.
Anyway, that's gold. In his last step, he's delivering on the spot. Anyway, so yeah, Wade wanted to be wicketkeeper. Griffith wanted him to talk to the bowlers, but I don't understand. Matt Wade said to him, he didn't say that, RJM. He said to him, well, why is George Bailey picking me for the starting wicketkeeper in the white ball for Australia? But he's the wicketkeeper for Australia and the T20s, but he's not wicketkeeper for the Hurricanes. Bit confusing, isn't it?
Yeah, very confusing.
Very confusing. Anyway, so Griffith wants Wade as captain to talk to his bowlers, but I thought Peter Hanscom was doing that job anyway. Wade's captain behind the stumps, and Pete Hanscom, the vice captain, very experienced in captaining, can just talk to the bowlers there as the vice captain. So I thought that was working. Adam Griffith also said this was in the first final in the Big Bash. This was on Fox Cricket, Hurricanes vs Strikers. Whatever the final was called. They have names for it. The knockout?
The Eliminator.
The Eliminator.
The Eliminator? Yeah. Something or other. Anyway, so yeah. Wade, he wanted to be wicketkeeper, but Griffith, didn't let him. But he will be wicketkeeper in tomorrow night's clash. Inglis will be specialist batsman. Travis Head is unavailable for the first 3 games. Because he's obviously in the middle of a Sheffield Shield match, which is very interesting that he'd played that Sheffield Shield match ahead of...
I reckon he's better at red ball and probably needs his practice before the Pakistan tour.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
As the big man leaves.
As the big man leaves. Anyway, we'll get him back. We'll get him back to join the call. Anyway, all right, he's back.
Sorry about that.
He does probably... But, he made a duck also in the Sheffield Shield match.
Yeah.
Well,
that shows he needs practice.
And that just ruins his confidence.
No, but Travis Head, he was in, world career form. Going into the Ashes, 200 in a one-day game, and then 200s in the Ashes. But he's put some bang-average innings together. The strikers, he played 3 games maybe. I don't think he scored past 10. And then he made a duck against Victoria in the Sheffield Shield. But when he plays for Australia, I reckon.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He'll be better. So yeah, that's the starting 11. Ashton Agar, he put out. He was talking to some people, and he was like, "I was so surprised when Aaron Finch told me that I wasn't getting a gig in the T20 World Cup." And he's not even getting a gig in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you could play him as an all-rounder. I know
he's just being overlooked.
He can bat, but I don't know if you can play him as an all-rounder.
Yeah.
When you've got Adam Zampa, who was player of the tournament, he wasn't player of the tournament, but he was my player of the tournament in the T20 World Cup, who's a spinner. Start Cummins Hazelwood. So Hazelwood's back. Surprised I haven't gone with Scotty Buckland in the white ball. See how he goes with the... No.
Nah.
Just takes a shaky 8 to 20.
Yeah, so obviously they play Pakistan then in the Red Bull a bit later to come. They put out the squad. It's pretty stock standard. The only thing is Joe Richardson. Now, I think he's going to do heaps on a Pakistan wicket, but they're just saving him, to get injured. He's obviously got a big career ahead of him. I think Australia's number one bowler in the next
Michael
5 years or
Nisa
so.
gets picked when Joe Richardson doesn't.
Well, you think long term, don't you? Nisa, he can be that he's played a lot of 12 men, so he might be good with the team, as IJM you said. But he can be a backup sort of bowler, pace bowler that is.
He can play as well, Nessa.
He's in the 30s, I believe. Whereas Richardson, it's about his career. He's 25, and he's got a big career ahead of him.
So if Mitch Stark isn't swinging it, I reckon you'd throw in Nisa because he can bowl that line and length.
Yeah.
Constantly at the top of off. I reckon that could be why he's been taken.
Well, Scott Boland.
Or he's a really good nets bowler to practice against.
Scott Boland?
No.
Hazelwood's
better than him, I reckon.
I know he got 6 for 7.
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
I know he got 6 for 7 and all that and all this. Terrific bowler, but if he didn't do all this, we wouldn't be talking about him. But if Hazelwood didn't,
exactly.
That goes for anyone. But yeah, I feel like they will go with Hazelwood.
They will.
They will.
Yeah. They will, but I reckon they should go with Boland.
I reckon Boland will be the backup pace bowler ahead of Nisa. You'd say that. That's about it. So, is there 5 T20s?
Who against? Sri
Lanka. Yeah.
Must be. I reckon.
I think there is.
Would there be 5?
That's huge if there is.
5 of them. Jay, I haven't seen one-day cricket in terms of it playing for Australia in a very long time. They've had a T20 World Cup. They've got a T20 World Cup later this year.
ODIs next year. I believe that's is that in the West Indies?
Might be. I'm not too sure. So, 5 T20s for Sri Lanka. And, I think that's a good decision to rest Marsh and Warner for Red Bull because it makes way for McDermott and Inglis and, maybe some other players to get their start for White Ball.
Yeah.
So this is their whole team, like their whole squad. So obviously they've put out their starting 11 for the first game, but they could change. So this is Australia's squad for the Dettol T20 series of Sri Lanka. That's the sponsored Dettol.
International,
2022. So Australia's squad. Finch, Agar, so he's not playing. Pat Cummins, he is playing. Josh Hazelwood, he's playing. Travis Head, unavailable for the first 3 games. I reckon he will play.
Yeah.
Maybe. When he comes back.
Yeah.
Well, we need a lefty, don't we?
Or do you save him for Pakistan?
Or save him for Pakistan.
Depends on the state of the series. If we're up 3-0, then you do, but...
Yeah, it does. Moses Enriquez.
He's good.
He's good, but I don't know. He's not going to get a game, put it that way, unless
injury.
Yeah.
So he's a good backup batter. Josh Inglis, he's getting a game. Ben McDermott, obviously Glenn Maxwell.
He should, yeah.
Is Daniel Sams in the squad?
Yeah, but he'll be just used as a backup.
No, I love Daniel Sams. I think he's a great bowler and batter. Big hitter. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Daniel Sams.
Yeah.
At the Thunder. Joe Richardson is playing white ball though. Kane Richardson also. Steve Smith, Mitchell Stark, Marcus Stoinis, Matty Wade, and Adam Zampa.
Yeah.
So that's the squad. Obviously, we said starting 11 before, but I think we'll wrap it up here at
all the T20s are night matches as well. The first 4 are 7-10s, and then the last one's a 5-10.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Let me get chat up again. Hang on. Hello, Fantastic Footy. G'day, Sammy GFC. Hello, Cover Drives and Cuts.
Cut shots, if that is.
So yeah, that'll do it. IJM, it's his last episode. It will just be me and Sports Nut. We might get him on for an interview.
Well, if I'm big enough, yeah.
Check in with the great man.
Oh, mate, it's been unreal.
It has.
Final words to end out.
Yeah. Well, it made it further than on the bench.
Well, it's still going further, just without you.
Probably further than
exactly.
end to end, isn't it?
Yeah, nearly. We've done more episodes than the NZ project. So yeah, yep. Hopefully it keeps on going. Yeah. Hopefully it keeps on going into the footy season, next cricket season. Who knows? I might make a cameo next cricket season. I'm not sure.
Oh, why?
That's huge.
I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully through the footy season. Yeah, the way it's going, should gain subs pretty quickly, and yeah, before you know it, should be on 100 subs hopefully. So yeah, it's been really good. I've obviously enjoyed it, and yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
I try not to make it too soapy, but it's a big deal, sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we'll end off. It'll be me and Sportsnut next week.
Yeah.
See how that one goes.
Looking
We've got a
forward
bit
to
to
it.
talk about, bit of an announcement as to when we're doing the podcast and what our central theme is. Obviously, still got Sri Lanka and Pakistan, but we will be slowly moving into footy because footy season is around the corner. Thanks, everyone. Been a bit of a longer episode because, obviously, we wanted to say thank you. Wish you the best of luck, IJM.
Thank you.
The more likes you get on this video, the more runs you'll score this season. Cheers.
That is copied straight from League Cricket.
If you don't like it, you'll score a duck.
We can't land big fish. So if you want to see Steve Smith go to the Howie games, don't come to the Imperfect Professionals. Still watch us, but if you want Steve Smith, go and watch Howie games.
He never looked
Back into the
comfortable
Adelaide
at school
Strikers.
either. I mean,
He never looked comfortable at school.
he never looked comfortable at the start.
Can we just...
He was quite fidgety in English class. He was twiddling his thumbs in maths, and then he went on to make a test century at the Gabba. Not bad. Mitchell Stark, last year started it with the second ball of the summer, this year with the first. Next year he'll be man-catting someone to be it. It's been good. It's been real, but it hasn't been real good. But I went along like I usually would after having dinner, and then looked at the time at about 7:49, and looked at the time and I'm like, do I have somewhere that... Oh, no. And remembered that the Imperfect Professionals podcast was meant to have started streaming at 7:15. Adios. Arrajasi. Au revoir. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen. Sayonara. Sayonara. Adiyan. Gayong.